there's the Cataclysm. They do trap Helios in there. Will they be able to get the kills out of it? Flame doing down to the outside. There's a wild drone on their jungler trying to keep it alive, but it doesn't work. Actually, Rumble taken out there. And it's going to be 2 more kills for SKT. They're going to go after these Nexus turrets. It looks like the game is over. So despite some, a little bit of a tense moment for SKT, they're going to come in and win the resounding game 1 against CJ Blaze. What an impressive start for these guys.
Absolutely. We got to hand it for CJ Blaze. I actually thought they were going to win that game for a while.
They made you wonder, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did, and that's the hallmark of a top-level team, is being able to take that massive early deficit and just play their comp masterfully, know what they needed to do to succeed, but ultimately they couldn't overcome that just huge early loss in gold.
Well, that's got to be a little bit scary, actually, though, for T2 Judgment Day, because they're thinking to themselves, we were that far ahead, and it was still that close at the end.
And there's the Lulu pick for Lustboy. I am excited. Awesome. I love Lustboy's Lulu. He typically draws Lulu bans.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, Lustboy playing Lulu is just one of my favorite things in all of League of Legends, so I'm already happy.
I hope it's actually a Fiddlesticks.
No way, man.
Yes, Crowstorm Cataclysm.
Oh no, it's the Crowstorm Cataclysm. It's back.
Oh God, no. No. I really want this to happen.
It really is Judgment Day.
Crowstorm Cataclysm is a comp that KT Rolster beat.
Oh,
yes!
Oh,
yes!
no.
Crowstorm Cataclysm is a comp that KT Rolster beat. Trolled with last season.
Yeah, but apparently it's a real comp now. I mean, in theory, yes, you could definitely put Crowstorm in Cataclysm, but it's a lot more than just doing that. I mean, ideally you have people from the other team in Cataclysm, and ideally Crowstorm actually makes it into Cataclysm and you don't get knocked out immediately or something. And Varus and Nasus
I love it. Okay,
out.
Here's what they're going to do.
Smart, man.
I love it. Okay, so we can see right now that they've got some pretty decent split pushing as well, but if SK Telecom, T2 Judgment Day, if they group up, basically if you could get enough people in Cataclysm and hit them with Crowstorm and like Peacemaker and some spears and some shock blasts, like you just corral everyone and then just fire long range into them. Oh, I am so excited.
Dude, I don't know, man. All I can say is that this is Champions. Welcome, guys. Champion Spring, where Crowstorm Cataclysm is a legit strat.
It's support Fiddlesticks too, so this is going to be reminiscent of elements from Curse.
The last time we saw it was Jungle Fiddlesticks, I believe.
Yeah, Cacao played Jungle Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, and then it was a mid-Jarvan. Nasus versus Jarvan in the jungle this time around. And down in mid lane, this is going to be the one to watch. Ambition versus Faker. Kha'Zix versus Nidalee. Mid Nidalee. And they didn't switch it, so it will indeed be mid Nidalee. Captain Jack versus Piglet. Varus versus Caitlyn. Pirate versus Small Farm Animal. That'll do, Pig. If he wins, that's what I'll say at the end. I've already planned it. Lustboy playing Lulu versus Mondu playing Fiddlesticks. And that's all really we need to say about that. Not going to mention this name. So, guys, game 1 is beginning to load. CJ Blade versus T2 Blaze. Well, I can't even speak today. Whatever, let's get Bengi to come in from behind.
And the reason for that is that they are trying to get this Bengi gank early. There was a ping there from the bot lane of SK T2 Judgment Day. They know that there's a ward in that forward rush. So Bengi actually flag toss over the side, and here we go.
Get them in. Where's the standard? Not getting it. There it is. There's the standard. They knock up Captain Jack. The exhaust is down. And oh, the first kill taken by the support Fiddlesticks. A really nice gank coming out of T2 Judgment Day.
And Ambition getting quite low too. Faker getting the best of some trades. And looks like there's the Flash Fear.
They're not done yet. Lustboy on the run, trying to use that W to get away. Mondu taking some damage, getting low, but Bengi's going to just sit there, hammer on him a bit, but it looks like they're going to leave Lustboy alone for now. We'll see. They could still dive this. The Peacemaker misses. Bengi has full health. It's a risky prospect, but they're not going to do it.
Ambition did a great job of moving into the jungle, and that's why they backed off so quickly from that tower type. Impact taking the worst of a trade up top. Flame.
Ooh, getting really low.
Getting him quite low.
Yeah, that Ignite was used before, well, actually during that, but didn't end up securing the kill with it.
Yeah, Ambition is going to have a bit of a hard time, I think, early against this Italy until he can get a few more points into his Void Spikes there. Upgrade.
Captain Jack is actually still ahead in CS, just barely, but even after dying like that, his mechanics are just so good that he can keep up, even under turret.
Yeah, I mean, I was curious to see how well Captain Jack would do in this lane because he's been typically a relatively weak lane.
Whoa, Ambition! What? Faker just executes Ambition in that mid lane.
I think there was actually probably a problem with Captain Jack's computer right there.
I wonder, man.
I have never seen Ambition die like that in lane.
There's
ever.
no pause. I mean, no pause. So you would have to assume that it's not a technical issue. He just didn't react for whatever reason. I mean, I know there could be situations sometimes where you hit recall and you just stop paying attention.
Actually,
but look at this. A big tower dive. They're going to come down this bottom lane. Captain Jack the first target, and Lustboy's not going to escape either, I don't think. He's going to flash. Maybe we'll get away. No, there's a spear. A double kill for Faker. What a statement by this solo queue hero. Man.
So actually what I think happened right there was that Ambition hit 6 and he was in the middle of his...
Mandu's looking great, but Faker claims another one.
So Faker at 7.5 minutes is 4-0-0 on Nidalee. He's going to go back, probably just straight up buys a huge AP item, and then you start raining here. There is your...
Are saying that T2 Judgment Day is going to be like the new team to watch. They're thinking of them as kind of the KT Rollster B of this season, where they're just going to come out and start dominating everyone. And so far early on, I mean, it's 5-0, 2K gold lead in favor of SK Telecom T2 Judgment Day.
And you'll notice that they're very much preying on this bottom lane. And the reason why is because Captain Jack and Lustboy are notoriously weak in a long laning phase.
Yeah, they need to shut him down.
Captain Jack has great positioning in team fights. He's typically good at decision making, but his laning is just not so hot. And he's out farming Piglet, but what really matters is those 3 assists and the fact that Faker is getting massively fed. Now with Faker, he's crow storming.
Oh, here we go. There it is. He's coming in, and Captain Jack exhausted. He's going to flash, but will he escape? He's so low. They're both so low. Ace in the hole finishes him off, and Piglet claims that kill. This has just been the season of upsets so far.
It's certainly looking like it. And here comes Helios up into this top lane. He's knocking Flame back into the turret.
Yeah. So Flame, he's going to be able to dodge that turret aggro, stay alive with very low health, and that's going to be the first kill for CJ.
Yeah, the problem here with Blaze's team comp is that, nearly.
Lustboy trapped in the Cataclysm. Lulu in trouble now. He just can't escape, and there it is. Nice Peacemaker at the end from Piglet to claim that kill.
Yeah, they did get the top turret for it, but Dragon also goes to Judgment Day, so they're up 7-1, 3,000 gold already.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Wow.
And the 2 stars that we were hearing so much about before this season, Faker and Piglet, are way up.
Yeah, they're doing really, really well so far. They're going to be able to
know how to just continue to snowball this advantage. They are 4K up at 13 minutes, which is a massive amount.
Yep. And, Bengi thinking about coming down. He does toss the standard, and it allows him to see Flame coming up the lane, too. So, nice presence of mind not to just dive that, not to get too aggressive. I mean, that's the thing you might need to worry about a little bit with a less experienced team like T2 Judgment Day, is that they've got this lead and they might get a little bit over-eager. There's the equalizer coming down on Mandu. Can they get the kill? He's going to flash away. Bengi getting taken out there. He gets in the middle of everything. So not the best engagement there for Judgment Day, and you just can't do that against Flame, and the rest of CJ Blaze are going to take advantage of those situations every time.
Yeah, and actually, Faker looked like they are, and they just have just a ridiculous amount of poke, like you said. And now Flame is going to go after pushing that lane, and
wow. He just actually insta-gibbed Lustboy. We didn't even really catch that, but I would imagine it was a spear shot glass combo. And there's Ace in the hole. Ambition getting forced off that.
Oh my God!
Whoa! The spears, man.
Well, that's what happens if you almost have a death cap in 15 minutes.
He's in the Cataclysm. Flash out of it. Double flashes there. Equalizer getting a nice hit on everybody, but it doesn't matter. I mean, SKT just way too far ahead right now. Yeah, they did not get the inhibitor.
No, they didn't.
But it's coming in. And
here comes
him. Oh, man. He's going to jump back in, though, after the wild growth. He needs to get out of there, though. Oh, Baker hits another beautiful spear. And the surprise party.
It's very lonely.
It was. It was like a party that nobody else came to. Armandu. Meanwhile, Piglet clearing out this tower.
Nobody wants to come to surprise Fiddlesticks parties.
Not really,
he throws
no.
the worst parties. They hurt so badly.
Yeah. The surprise is that it's not actually fun. It's actually just lethal.
You should really just invite some masochists over.
I guess so. I guess so. Or maybe the nihilists from the Big Lebowski. They believe in nothing, so maybe they can handle a little bit better. I don't know.
Well, here we go. Back in this game, another dragon, another day, another 1,000 gold lead.
Yep.
For
a lot of poking going on.
Yeah, Death Cap complete now too. Faker is just going to, oh my god.
This game has more poke than the entire Facebook website. Oh, nice shock blast to follow up that spear. Barely doesn't catch. Oh, jeez. That minion, minion deserves a medal, man.
I almost wonder if Lustboy can be one-shotted right now.
It's going to be really close. I think so. Taking some hits, but he doesn't care. Ace in the hole, just trying to do some damage to people. And they're going to run in on this. There's the Cataclysm. Immediately, the carry dies. Captain Jack taking out a double kill, actually, for Impact. And it seems like Judgment Day can just pretty much show up whenever they want to and just kill members of Blaze at will at this point.
Yes, they're currently judging Blaze, and they are finding them wanting.
This is the day of judgment. Whoa, Lustboy dodging those spears, but be very careful about that.
And look how smart! Look how smart this play is from T2 Judgment Day. They're playing this very safely.
Yeah.
They're not getting greedy for these inhibitors. They're waiting until they have the upper hand.
Ambition having to jump away so low already. Impact chasing him down. The Peacemaker misses, and Ambition still on the run for it. The rest of the team trying to get away. A decent equalizer. Impact is very low. They might be able to get a kill out of this one. They do! Oh, the revenge from Lustboy to get the Glitterlands kill. I love it. In the meantime, Bengi popping over the wall there, trying to get away. They're on their own. Like a banana is more spear-like than that, but I don't know. I don't think CJ is a huge fan of any kind of spear right now because they are just getting murdered by them. There goes another one. Oh, man. A huge hit on Nasus.
The crowd is just loving this.
They are indeed. I'm loving it too, but whoa, that was close. Let's get jump in this Cataclysm. Captain Jack flashes out, but they're going to get that turret anyway. And another party that no one was invited to apparently. And Flame gets another nice equalizer, but Ambition jumping in a bit too early, and Impact going to pick up that kill. Flame coming in, he does manage to take out Piglet finally. The exhaust on Flame. Trying to hold him back here.
But there's no way they can chase this composition with acceleration gate and all of the poke coming out of it.
Yeah.
And so in the meantime, their Nexus turrets are dying while they try and deal with this problem, and there are like a million spears still chasing them.
Yep.
So they're just going to continue to be zoned out on their turret.
Yeah. And they're just going to go after this final inhibitor turret here. And I mean, it's just going to be too much for CJ to handle very, very soon. I mean, the pressure on all their internal turrets on their base is just way too high right now.
And they're going to go for another dragon. I love this. You know, they're playing so
safe.
Well. They're not doing dumb things.
They're not doing
overreaching
mistakes.
No, they're not at all.
That's the most surprising thing, I think, is that they're not getting overly aggressive. You know, they're not messing up like you see new teams do a lot of times in the middle lane.
Yeah, the only time they got greedy was when they double flashed to try and kill Ambition by the middle inhibitor.
Yes.
And that did result in them not getting out of the base fast enough, and then losing Jarvan right there, losing Bengi. But other than that one little mistake that really didn't cost them very much.
All that, but I didn't really believe it per se. I'm like, well, it might be close, but I think Blaze is going to take this. But after this game, who knows, man? I mean, that's the thing. Any given Saturday, I guess, right?
That's right. I mean, that's the thing about champions is there's always surprises. There were so many surprises in Winter. I mean, who would have thought that KT Rolster B in Winter would come into the tournament and leave the group stage with by far the best record?
Yeah, they just came out of nowhere. I think they lost, what, like 2 games?
One game.
One game,
They lost 1 game to Frost.
Yeah. That is a great equalizer, actually. Flames put on top of those, totally. Impact taken out very quickly. The Cataclysm holds up Flame. Can they make something out of it, though? Bengi getting caught here, too. And are these the mistakes that we were wondering about? Because Captain Jack just picking up that double kill. I mean, over and over now, Flame has been able to get SKT in a position to get these to be dangerous, yeah. But if they can reduce the health of enough of the members of CJ, they could feel confident about forcing a fight there possibly. But
yeah, that's definitely what they're trying to do now, is just try and get enough poke down that they can force it back. However, you know, a lot of the members of CJ Blaze could just go back and buy home guard goods at that point.
That spear, man.
It's so
He
scary.
was about to be a pinned bug in a bug collection. And here they come. They're going to try to just force CJ out of the lane, it looks like. But they just can't. I mean, CJ has such a good amount of poke themselves that it's going to be tough. Here comes Flame. Is he going to be able to get another good equalizer?
I really don't think they want to do this.
It's a bit risky. But they've got to notice that some of the members of SKT aren't there.
This is very smart by Judgment Day, but here we go. Blaze has figured
Oh.
it out. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Helios getting so low. They can just kill people so quickly, man. I mean, Jason Nidalee.
They can't do it with just 3 of them. They don't have a very strong Baron. Obviously, Captain Jack.
Ooh, that was a close call. Oh, man. That would have been it. Captain Jack has to flash, and then shot flash.
They're going to need it. They're going to get the inhibitors they need it off of this one.
Yeah, there's the cataclysm. They do trap Helios, so they will be able to get the kills out of it. Flame doing down from the outside. There's a wild drone on their jungler trying to keep it alive, but it doesn't work. Actually, Rumble taken out there. And it's going to be 2 more kills for SKT. They're going to go after these Nexus turrets. It looks like the game is over. So despite some, you know, a little bit of a tense moment for SKT, they're going to come in and win the resounding game 1 against CJ Blaze. What an impressive start for these guys.
Absolutely. We got to hand it for CJ Blaze. I actually thought they were going to win that game for a while.
You know, they made you wonder, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did, and that's the hallmark of a top-level team, is being able to take that massive early deficit and just play their comp masterfully, know what they needed to do to succeed, but ultimately they could